Hello. How are you? Hello. I am um getting my music together here. So, oops. Since I'm monetized now on YouTube, I don't want to play any music from my playlist so I don't get demonetized. So, it will be silent for you guys. I'm sorry for that. But I have my headphones on because I don't think I can draw without music, but I'll just talk and stuff. So at least you guys can have something that you're listening to. But so it's super late for me right now. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning, but I was busy doing something earlier and I just really wanted to try to draw Valko. But since I don't typically do fan art, I'm gonna try to draw him, but like with like, I don't know, I'll make him into like Son or something. So yeah, let's try it, I guess. I'm pretty disappointed that, you know, everything's happened the way it did with him. I like made a post on my Instagram and my TikTok. It's 7 in the morning for you? Oh, you're not that far off from me then. I'm Eastern Standard Time. And welcome from England. That's awesome. Oh, not image. Okay. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna actually, you know what? Let's not even. I don't want to bother with it. Let's just use one of these assets and see if I can figure it out. I just need like a head model. Let's see if I can mess with this one. I literally can't figure out how to use these, but we're gonna just try. I have 2 different pictures for references for pictures I want to use, like, or I mean poses that I want to use. Let's see if I can figure out how to use this. But we'll see. Okay. I have no idea how to use this. I want to tilt his head like. Oh geez, what did I do? God. Oh. Maybe go back to normal. Okay. Yeah, maybe that could work. One question, I was reading the book on Webtoons, but it just stopped. Is it continuing on another app? Yeah. So on the Webtoon, it should have said that we're moved to Lamoon now. And I'll show you. So Lamoon is a new comic app platform. They just launched earlier this year, or relaunched earlier this year. It's called Lamoon. It's like LEMOON. And you can find it on the App Store for Apple, and pretty sure Google Play Store too, but they're starting to get some good things on here, and my story's on here now. So this is my story here. We're actually on the banner now, which is kind of cool. I think this is ours. Whoops. Whatever. But yeah, so this is our story, and it's called When the Silent Bird Sings. It's on Lamoon. So on Webtoon, it stops at episode 5. And you can't see these episodes here, the one that's like NSFW. But if you download this app, Lamoon, you'll be able to read the new episodes that we have in full. And these are at the bottom here. And you'll also be able to see the censored version and the uncensored version of the episodes that are missing on Webtoon. Yeah. So you have to use coins on this site though. So I suggest, and I've been suggesting to people, like once you make an account and everything, just go to shop or coins. And then you just choose one of these 3 at the top. It's like $1.99, $4.99, or $9.99. And you get like a couple hundred coins. So like $1.99 is gonna get you 100 coins. That's about 3 episodes. $4.99 will get you 300, which is however much that is. You just multiply it. 9 episodes, 369. And then $9.99 will get you 600. So whatever that is. I'm not doing math right now. But yeah, you'll get pretty substantial amount of episodes with the $9.99, because you get the extra 100 bonus coins on that. But for our comic, we're gonna be launching every 7th, 17th, and 27th. So just 3 times a month, so you can just kind of like plan that way. Once you get through these episodes here, so it's the new month right now, so we'll have 3 new episodes this month. And I tell people the $1.99 bundle is enough for the 3 episodes that we'll have in the month. But yeah, so that's that. That's our story in our comic. But let's get out of that. And I think I screenshotted that. I'm gonna also just grab a picture. Whoops. I'm gonna try to find a picture of Valko to add it. So I have his colors. Build it so this has his whole outfit and everything too. Oh my god, come on. Oh, this is a good one. Alright, let's see if I got enough references of him. Hi, I'm new to the channel. Hi, welcome. My name's Jane Elise. I am the writer and creator of One of the Silent Bird Sings, which is the comic account that you're on right now. And sometimes I come on here and I draw, or I just chat and talk to you guys. Tonight I am just in the mood to kind of like sketch and see what happens, because this whole Valko thing today with Love in Deep Space like really threw me off. So, and I like really wasn't expecting it to affect me the way that it did today, but here we are. I think like on a personal level, like it didn't really do too much, but I, you know, have feelings about it. And then once I saw that everybody else had the same feelings, I felt really validated in my feelings. And I was like, yeah, you know what? Yeah, fucking fold. Like, for sure, fucking fold. Because how they could do this is just crazy. It's crazy to me, honestly, personally, my personal opinion. Yeah. So we're gonna just mess around. And like I said, I don't really do fan art. Like, I'm not a fan artist or anything like that. So we're gonna kind of just use him as a reference, and we're gonna play around with it and maybe draw a song, but kind of with the vibes of Valko or something. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where we go with it. But yeah, I mean, I guess I can talk a little bit about my experience with this. Like, I've been playing Love in Deep Space since 2024, and I remember when Silas had like just come out. Like, I think I might have joined when Silas came out, or like right before Silas came out or something. I kept seeing all the different promos and everything for Silas, and he was the reason why I joined Love in Deep Space, because I was like, what the hell are these girlies talking about? Like, why is this all over my feed? What the heck is going on? And then, you know, I saw what was going on. I was like, all right, cool, I can get down with that. I've never been like a video game person or anything like that in my adult life, so it was very, very different for me to be playing like a game. But I got so into it, and I was like on a streak, like almost for a year. I was on a streak of like every day, like logging in and everything. Like I became like really enamored with the story, the content around it, and just really interested in what they were gonna do next. And it was just fun. It was like a fun little kind of like pick me up. And but then I don't know, like I don't remember when it was, but at some point I just kind of got like a little bored of it. It was definitely after, if I can remember correctly, I think it was the 2025 banner. I think it was definitely like after that banner, like the one with all five of them, and I was really excited for that, and I think I pulled for all of them. It was the one of them, like the really spicy one, the one that was like really you know, whatever. And I pulled for all of them. I was super excited. And yeah, I mean, after that, I don't know, I just kind of like was like, okay, I think it might have been like nothing could top that banner. It was just like so good for all of them. And I mean, honestly, yeah, like nothing really, for me at least, like nothing really has topped that banner. It it pretty much has stayed like my top, um like my favorite banner for all of them. Let's just start with like the face. Like I don't really know what I'm doing here. Um because I'm like just rambling right now, but um after that, I kind of just was like, all right. I've had my fill, like nothing can really top that banner. Um yeah. And I didn't really play too much. I kept seeing all the banners and like, the content people would make around it. And I kind of just like live vicariously through the content and the different, content creators that were making videos and edits and things of the new stuff. And I also just got like way too busy to play. And I didn't want to spend money because I was a paid player. So I just was like, I don't want to spend money on, these different things that I missed, but I also didn't have time to sit and play it. So I kind of just gave up on it for a while, and that was probably like the middle of last year up until, I don't know, up until recently, like up until now, really. I was just kind of like, eh, none of the banners called to me. None of them really made me want to go back into the game and like spend all my money. Do you know what I mean? Um, the same way that that one banner did. Oh shit, did I do this on the wrong layer? Hold on. Oh no, okay. Um, yeah, so not the same way that that one banner did. Um, let me see if I can like separate some of these. Let's do, I like this one. This one's cute. So let's do that one. And then these ones can go. Put that right there. So yeah, um this whole situation though with Valko, I was like, all right, there's a new love interest that's really interesting because I kept hearing for like the longest time people complaining and talking about all the different things that you might have heard people, going on about, like um they wanted like new main story content and like all this other stuff. So I was a little bit surprised to see that the love interest was coming right now because of that stuff. Like I guess I was under the idea that they would have been making more of the main story stuff first, um, before they would have introduced him. But whatever, they did what they did. So like I don't care. Like okay, cool. He's out. Let's go with it. Let's see where they're gonna take it and everything. Um, and that's kind of like where I was at with it. And initially, I was a little surprised with his character design. And I think for me, I was just like, wow, like this is really different. He looks very like Western. And I think for like compared to like the other guys, that was a little bit surprising. But I was like, whatever, he looks the way he looks. And, you know, just roll with it. We're just going to roll with it. And I think the wolf thing definitely threw me off a little bit too because I wasn't expecting that at all. But I was like, all right. Um, the only thing was like I was really surprised after they launched the wolf kind of trailer to see him in these super cute domestic scenes with MC, because putting him in that perspective with like the wolf kind of like dark and like whatever vibe, I just was not expecting it to be that he was gonna be like super like cuddly and like cute. It was just like, oh wow, that's like really different. Um, so that was actually a really nice kind of surprise with his character, but you know, I felt like, okay, yeah, like I kind of like was welcoming it because it was so different from the other guys and sort of like how they were introduced and how their relationship with the MC is. And the more that I watched it, the more that I kind of like spent time kind of, you know, with the trailers and everything, the more I really started to like him. And then the more I started to realize he's so much like San. Like, he's so much like San. If you guys don't know my character San in my story, um, really, like, if you're just coming in or you haven't been here for very long, like haven't heard my, you know, yap sessions about my story, like San, when he was in his college era, which I can't show like the uncensored, but if you are curious about his like college era, like in what I'm talking about, I'm talking about episode 5, like in this part right here, because this is episode 5 here, these like uncensored episodes here, and then there's another scene here. Let me get to the censored version. Um, this episode 6 has these really cute pictures of San and Gia when they were in their like nice happy era. And this is the part where it really reminded me of San. Like, this is what San looked like when he was younger, right? He's like 20, maybe 22 here. Oh, no, not that part. Skip over that. um, but right here. So like this is where I was like, oh my god, like Valko's like really giving me like San and Gia vibes. San is such an affectionate, like physical touch person, and the way that Valko was so like snuggly, cuddly, like the way he like did his little nose thing and he would like rub his face on MC, loved it. And I was like, that's so San. Like San would definitely do that. And then the one thing that really got me with Valko was his sense of smell. And I know it goes into like the wolf kind of like thing that he has going on, but scent and like flowers and like and Gia's like overall scent is just such a big part of how I sort of show San's sort of like, how do I explain this? Like not sounds like affection for Gia, but like something that really stands out with him because Sun is really tied in with like memory and things like that. And since they have this, you know, relationship that is set in the past, Sun is just really important to San's character throughout this like journey of him trying to heal and being reconnected with Gia. He's going to have a lot of moments where her son is like very overpowering to him, and this is all set up like in the very first episode. Like if you go back into episode 1, um this is my webtoon, by the way, called When the Silent Bird Sings. So you can see in episode 1 here, you'll start to see like some petals and some flowers and like plants and things like that, and then you see these flowers here and it goes on, and then you see them again here. So of course it's aesthetic, you know, for the comic panel itself, but really what I was trying to do here is while San was dying, he's remembering Gia, and one of the most powerful things, like I said, with memory is like scent. So there's the flowers here, and he actually says something back here where he says, and the scent of flowers that would linger behind when she was gone. So I was really trying to, in the very first episode, emphasize how much Sun is going to be important to him in his relationship with her now in the present, and how it's going to really kind of like tie in, their previous relationship. And the other thing is, or like rather, the reason why it's so important is because they both grew up together on the same estate. San lived with Gia on her family's estate, and flower arranging and tending to the garden and things that they have there was so much a huge part of their childhood and like when they were younger. So Gia would be doing like flower arranging, San would be like in the garden with like the other workers and like be working in the garden and tending to these flowers, and it's just like a huge part and like theme to their relationship and sort of like what started to bond them together. So I'm saying all this to say that when I saw that Velka was like very much in tune with his um with the scent involved with MC, I was like, oh my god, that is like so funny, so uncanny, because that's so much like Son and his relationship with Gia and how that kind of like ties them together in this like new relationship that they're building together. This like kind of bonded memory of, or like shared memory of like the flowers from the estate and how they grew up and everything like that. So that's my long-winded sort of reflection of the scent thing for Valko. But then also he just like looks like San. So I was like, oh my god, like this is so San. I've had such a hard time, I think, trying to connect to the other love interests. Really never was for Xavier, honestly. Initially I kind of like Raphael. Like I got his one of his cards in the beginning where like it's like the grape like rolls down his stomach or something like that. Like I got that one and I was like, oh, okay, I think I can get behind him. And then Silas was like a whole thing. So I was like, yeah, no, Silas. Like that's probably more so where my interest is gonna be. Zayn never really stood out to me either. He's just like too quiet for me. So it was always kind of like Silas, and then Caleb, eventually came back, and I think I was really excited for Caleb just because he was different and the relationship that he had with MC. I kind of like the childhood friend thing. My story is a childhood friend to lovers sort of romance. So I really like that trope. But I feel like the fandom made it a little weird. I'm not gonna lie. Because they like made him very like this whole like brother sister like Chinese kind of translation thing issue. I feel like people made it really weird and I then couldn't unsee it or unhear it. And then also with like the panty sniffing thing, I was like, you guys just really ruined this character for me. I'm sorry. So after that, it was really, really hard to sort of get really into Caleb. But it's still been Caleb and Silas for me. Like those are two of the only ones that I feel like I really connect to. So I say that to say that this obviously felt like a huge breath of fresh air for me personally to have him come really out of left field, because like I said, I haven't been playing the game for months, and part of it was because I just was like sort of uninterested in the game. I was like, okay, Caleb, like I said, Caleb to me was like a little bit ruined by the fandom, and then Silas, I was just like, like, all right, like I kind of wanted to see a little bit more like different kind of things, and this was a different kind of thing. And I mean, yeah, like he does look like identical to Silas. Like that was the first thing that I realized with this. He looks like Silas, he looks like Caleb. Um, but I was like, it's different, it's new, it's fresh, it's like a new sort of like perspective for MC and everything. And I was really into it after I saw those other trailers that really kind of like showcased his more of his personality and things. I was like really into it. And honestly, the more I thought about it, the more I was like really questioning why they showed the darker side first. Like, I can see it from both sides, but I personally thought like they should have probably showed the other trailers first. Not to say that people would have probably accepted him anymore or anything like that, but I just felt like that was a really kind of important first impression, and I just can't see how they thought like that was really going to connect with a whole lot of people, like versus showing all of the other stuff with like MC and how he was like, even in the trailers I felt like there was so many dynamics for him. Like, he was had glasses and then he didn't have glasses, and then he, was like cute, but then he was like funny, and then he was like serious. Like, I felt like the trailer really like embodied so much of his personality that you would have gotten a lot of different sides of him and been able to really like understand him versus showing, this like darker, edgy side without any context at all. um I want something romantic that makes me feel butterflies. Okay, yeah. Like for Love in Deep Space, or like what do you mean? Um so that was my thought about that. I was like, I feel like maybe they should have showed the other stuff first. But yeah, anyway. Oh my god. Today's been like a whirlwind. Like, but I think like to kind of sum up my kind of thoughts on all of it, like um I personally don't agree with what they did. I think it was really a bad business decision to not only like showcase the love interest and then immediately like withdraw him from the lineup, but just in general, like I just think it was a bad business decision to cater so heavily to one side of the fandom and have this be the outcome that you decide. Like, I feel like there could have been so many other things that they did to sort of mitigate the situation, and maybe, this was the only option. Like, maybe this really was, when they talked about it in the boardroom or something, like taking him away was like the only thing. But um I think what I'm trying to say is that I think the decision of just removing him completely and the way that they did it, saying like, we're gonna remove him, but then we're also not even going to include any new love interests moving forward. I think that's the part really that did a lot of damage, because one, like, we're here for the love interest, like we're here to have these new kind of relationships with these different guys. It's an otome game, like literally that's the whole point. Not all of us are going to like every single love interest, so it's really important in this kind of space to have multiple, love interests in guys. And also, just from a marketing perspective, it helps to have a lot of different variety in something like this where it can appeal to a large audience. Like, you're talking about like a global audience. And usually, when it's like marketing and business and stuff, you don't want to cater to everybody. But in this case, you do want to cater to everybody because that's the business model. So, to say like, oh, we're not going to include any more love interests and we're just going to stick with the five guys is kind of crazy to me, because it's like, why would you limit yourself as a business like that? Like, okay, yeah, if you had to take Velcro away for whatever like cultural reasons, because I heard like a lot of people talking about stuff, for whatever cultural reasons, if you had to take Velcro out, like, okay, but then like just say that. Like, but why'd you have to also go off and be like, by the way, like, nobody else is coming? So I'm just stuck with Silas and I'm just stuck with Xavier, and that really made me not excited at all, to be honest. I was like, I already don't like Xavier. I already don't like Raphael and Zayn. So for me, it leaves me with Silas and Caleb, which I feel like it's like, okay, not that I was like really like, oh yeah, like a sixth love interest, like who's that gonna be? He's gonna be my main, but it was just like, okay, like I knew it was gonna come at some point, and that was exciting to me to know that like something else was gonna come and like kind of shake things up. But I feel like at this point it's like, okay, well, if you're gonna take out the potential for new love interests, all the other content that you come out with these other five guys better be bomb as fuck. Like it better be like the best banners and cards like that we've ever had at this point. But personally, I'm not going to be playing the game anymore. I already wasn't really playing the game anyway. But like I said, for this kind of a decision, this is a fumble, I think. And it really is one of those things that for me is like the type of business decision that I can understand could be really, really difficult from like a business perspective, the risk and everything in there. But at the same time, this kind of a thing that they did, the way that they handled it, and like the way that they worded it and everything, to me just alienated so many people from being able to trust them, from feeling like they were reliable. And that's kind of how I feel, because I'm like, literally, I'm paying into this game, into your company, and you have no backbone. Like, if it was in the sense of like, if it was in any other context, like maybe I wouldn't feel so strongly about something like that. But to me, it kind of feels like, so if enough people sort of like call something out, you're gonna take some really big, actions that really are something that nobody wants. Like, you're not gonna address really anything. You're just gonna be like, playtime's over for everybody. Like, I can't trust that. And it makes me feel very wary about continuing to play. I'm a Silas main and Valka was gonna be my joint. Oh shit, what did I do? My joint ally. He was gonna be my main. Like, I was fully ready to switch to him, like 100%. Like, um, this I was like saying, I don't know if you were on earlier, but like I was saying like I don't fuck with Xavier, with Raphael. The only time I fucked with Zayn was like during that one banner where he like got drunk off of chocolate, and I was like, finally he has some personality. And then Caleb, like I did kind of like Caleb, but then I felt like the fandom kind of like ruined him and made him like a really weird character. Like, oh, I like to sniff panties and they're my sisters. I was like, this is weird. I don't approve like where this is going. And then it's Silas. So it's like really just Silas. So for me, I was like, yeah, like this is the guy. And I love like the athletic, like sporty kind of like lively like personality that he had, Velko. And I was ready for that because like honestly, like yes, Silas, but like for me, I was like, Silas sometimes I feel like can be too serious for me. Like, that's not my personal personality. Like, I'm not completely an extrovert, but I'm like kind of got like a big personality, and I felt like this kind of a character really fits somebody like me. Like, I need a man. I need somebody who's like big and strong and like a leader, and like still get that same vibe that you get with Silas, where it's like you can kind of like shut your brain off, but like actually at the same time have fun with him too, and it's like loose and it's not serious. You know what I mean? Like that's why I was so excited for him. And yeah, I agree with you about all this. I don't understand why they did that because a lot of people wanted him released and they already released his trailer and everything now saying there's no more. Yeah, love interest coming. That is fucking BS. I hate infowear. Exactly. No, exactly. Like that's what's fucked up about it. It's like you really like release his whole entire trailer, got everybody so hyped up, bro, and then like you're just like, oh, he's not here anymore. Like, what do you mean? That's crazy. I was like watching all the edits, but like, and listening to everybody talk about it, and I just really was like, I think we're all collectively grieving. And that's such a weird kind of thing to think, because it's like, obviously he's a character, and obviously we never met him, and things like that, like through the game. But I was like, this really does feel like we're grieving something right now, like collectively. Like, I was like, there's something deeper going on here. And it's so funny because I was just scrolling on TikTok and I came across this like random creator, and it was like a voiceover and like a picture on the screen or something, but she said something like um it's kind of funny that, basically essentially what she was saying was like it's kind of funny that like this game is supposed to be about love and things, but like he was founded on hate, and because of the hate he got taken away, essentially is what she was saying. And it just really made me sit there and think, because I was like, you know what, that's like actually really deep, because it's literally in the name Love in Deep Space that this is supposed to be about love and like connection and like finding, your own sense of like satisfaction in a relationship and stuff like that. And to have had this past week be such a whirlwind of people like hating on him and everything, and then to see that he goes away, it's like, what kind of a message that does that really send? Even if it's, like I said, even if we consider the cultural aspect that China wants to kind of like put in there, it's still like, what message does that send, that like, a character that's supposed to be in a game, in a story that's supposed to be about love, and giving somebody that kind of companion can be so easily taken away after so much hate and everything is thrown around. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I'm not saying it as eloquently as that other creator did, but it just really made me think about it for a minute. And I was like, this is why it feels like we're all grieving. This is why these emotions that we're having are so valid, because when we step back from the game aspect of it, it's really like a human, there's really like a human aspect here. Um, and even like all the, like the content around him being so hated and everything like that. I know we all have like some level of parasocial relationship to these characters, but like when you step back out of it being a game and you think about like, what if this was a real person? Like, how cruel can people be? Do you know what I mean? Like, even though it's not a real person, it's like calling him ugly and like, we don't want you, and like all these things. It just feels so much like, if you take yourself out of it being a game, like, is that truly how you would treat people? Like, is that truly how you would interact with human beings? And I think that is sort of where I was like really getting emotional about it. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, can people really be so hateful? And yes, they can. And even if it's fake, in real life, they can be like that too. And oh my god, I'm like getting like emotional right now. Like, not like intentionally, but like I think that's really where like all these emotions I was having about it today were coming from. Like, this is supposed to be our safe space. Like, this is supposed to be a space where we all like collectively can just like enjoy this game in our own way. That's why it's Tome. We can choose our love interests and things. And this really felt like invalidating. Like, so my kind of love interest isn't worthy enough. Like, his personality, his look, his like, do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, so if I preferred him over Silas or Xavier, like, I'm not worthy enough to be in the space. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it's not, so it's like not even about the character anymore. It's like so much deeper than that. And that's where it really rattled me for real today. And I think that's why I was like so affected by it today. I was like, wow, like this is really, you know, deep. And sorry to get so deep about it. Like, I'll go back to drawing in a minute, but yeah, it's really nice and cute. I love the hair. Isn't he so adorable? I'm glad that you're drawing him too. I really appreciate that. I was on Twitter and Discord and a lot of people want him back really bad. Yeah. They're making hashtags and reaching out to Infold. I'm so glad that they're doing that. Yeah, I love that they're doing that. I also feel bad for the VA for him too. Yes, like let's talk about that for a minute too, because like for real, like let me see some of these comments real quick. Hold on. Justice for Valko, right? I signed up for Silent Whispers. Yeah, we'll talk about that too in a minute. And I'll be switching. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Just crazy. Like honestly for me, when I heard Valko's voice, I was like, "Oh no." This is good. Like this is for me, I was like this is almost better than Silas. Like I like Silas's cadence and like his unique voice, but I was like this is more me personally. I was like this is more me and my taste, and he still has like that deep tone, he still has that like very smooth kind of like way of talking, and I was so excited to hear more from him. And that was the other thing today, like really thinking about like wow, like all the work that his voice actor did, and well like the English side, but like all of them, all the ones that did the different languages, and all the people that went into just making his design. Like that was okay. So I'm a business owner, right? I work with a lot of people. I have, you know, a webtoon I work on. I'm the writer creator, and I have an amazing team of artists that work with me. And so today when I thought about it in that way, like this person on YouTube, on the YouTube chat said, it made me think of my own team and my own situation. And I was like, that would be like me doing all this work, right? Having managed this whole entire team of people. They do beautiful work. They put all their time and effort and love and care into this project. And then just being like, yeah, by the way, like, fuck them, fuck you guys, you're not getting any more. like just doing absolutely shit with it. And I was like, how utterly disrespectful, and to like my own artist time and all the people that have invested so much time and effort into this project with me. Like I'm the writer creator, I can choose what I want to do with this, but to ever have approached my project the same way that Infold is approaching their project, I was like, I just feel that's so immoral, like unethical from a business perspective. It's a hard decision. Like I said, from a business perspective, I can understand that they probably had to make some really hard decisions here, but like, I really hope that those artists are able to sort of, you know, they were already compensated, I'm sure, but like, I hope that they have some way of being able to cope with the situation and also potentially have work, like more work to do. Like it's not all going to waste. Like they still have their job or something like that. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I could really connect to that in my own situation with like working with a lot of different people, and just trying to be empathetic, like trying to go through like what they might be going through. to know that all the work that they put into this is just like, bye, like, don't need it. And also, we still have all of the Instagram posts up. Um, for whatever reason, I don't even understand that, on their Instagram, Love and Deep Space. As far as I saw it the last time, they like still have the Valko stuff up. It's like, are you literally trying to like farm like engagement still, like off of Valko? You like already canceled him. Like, what are we doing? But yeah, to like cancel him and then be like, yeah, I don't know. It was just like a crazy thought to like think about it like that. But hopefully, like I said, hopefully they'll still have some ability to find some good work, or still within the company or something. I'm sure they all have contracts and things like that. But I have artists that have been working with me for like almost 2 years. On this project, I have other projects that I work on that I've had artists working with me for like the last 3 years. At this point, like 2022, 23, going strong. And gosh, I don't even know. Like, I can't even imagine just like trashing one of our projects for no reason. Like, for no real reason, and just be like, yeah, we're like not even doing this anymore. But yeah, anyway. They're also taking down all of his PVs for Valko. They took it off Twitter and Instagram. Yeah, it's so crazy. But so the Silent Whispers, so I'm, like I said, a business owner. I specialize in marketing and things like that. So I really thought that this whole Silent Whispers thing was really interesting. And I don't know what they're doing about this, if they're doing anything at all. But if I was on the Silent Whispers team for marketing, I'd be going so hard right now. Like, with the marketing side, like, are you kidding me? This is like the best time. If they're opposing companies, which I'm not even sure if they're opposing companies or not, they could be like under the same umbrella of like company or something. But if they're like opposition, oh, for sure, like, hire me for that marketing team, because we'd be going so hard right now, like, totally so hard. But the point would be to get the people from Love and Deep Space that are ready to switch, like warm, hot, what we call in the marketing space, ready to just switch over to something new. I would be grabbing them. I'd be like, I would try to like come up with some kind of like campaign to be like, you know, the game hasn't launched yet, but if you join right now, you'll be guaranteed to get like 100 coins or whatever they have, 100 gems, or just something like that. Just something like that that's like super incentive to like get all the Love and Deep Space people. Like, if you don't want to spend your money with Love and Deep Space, come over here. Like, we would love to have your money. We would love to have you as one of our people. Like, that is how I would be handling the situation. So I hope that they do something, because, you know, I think we're all ready. If they're ready. Do you know what I mean? But the one thing I did like about Silent Whispers, although I'm not even really sure what the game is about, like what the storyline is about, I have no fucking idea. Don't even really know if I like any of the love interests. Literally isn't even the point of it, just the fact that they have the tan love interest. I would sign up just for that. Like, for me, obviously you can see I am Puerto Rican and Cape Verdean, so I'm mixed, I'm brown, I'm a brown girly. And so just to see that they included somebody with like a darker skin tone as a love interest is so means so much to me, that I would just sign up just for that fact, compared to, you know, having been with Love and Deep Space for so long, and also with the controversy around like the skin tone and thing with that anyway. And then also for the audacity of them to say that Valko was like too dark or something, like, was like crazy. But we won't go there. We're not gonna go there. We won't go too deep on this live about that stuff. But you know what I'm saying. So I just saw someone cosplaying Valko. Oh my god, really? I'm so sorry. I have to distract myself. I'm so emotional. I know. I'm gonna go back to drawing in a minute. Her is beautiful. Thank you. I have amazing artists that I work with. Can you teach me how to draw? I'm gonna go back to drawing in a second. If Silent Whispers developed a similar character, didn't need to be a wolf as they have one. I have no pull to any love interest, but I like their diversity. Exactly. Like, I have no idea, but I'm definitely all about the diversity there. So my name is Jenny Lees. I'm the writer creator of When the Silent Bird Sings. It's a romance drama on this app here called Lemoon. It's LEMOON. And you can read the first episodes for free on Webtoon or Lemoon. But after episode 5, it will be paid. You have to get some coins to read the other episodes. But this is part of episode 6 that I'm showing on my screen right now. It's episode 6, part 1. 2 of 3. So it's like part 1, but this is like the second part of part 1. It's about this man named Sanjin right here. And just the story of him reconnecting with his ex-fiance, Gia, who's right here. And I can show this one. So they used to be together, and then they broke up, and now they're sort of like reunited after he got hit by a car. She's his physical therapist, and it's gonna be sort of following his healing journey while also uncovering a lot of things about his previous relationship with her, and there's like some secrets and things going on. It's like kind of like a K-drama, kind of like got elements of that in there. So yeah, so all the things will start to unfold as the story continues. But yeah, that's my story. And the reason why I was like looking at Valko to draw tonight is because San really looks like him a little bit. So I really was pulled to Valko and just kind of wanted to talk a little bit. I've literally been going on about it all day. So I was like, what's a couple more hours of me complaining about this? But I figured we can kind of like talk about him and do our own little version of a drawing of him. But I was saying earlier, I don't really make fan art, or at least I try not to, because of like copyright and things like that. So instead of probably drawing Valko, we'll do San sort of in, you know, in a way that might look a little bit like Valko. But I've been on live for like an hour and I haven't gotten anywhere with this pose, so I'm gonna try to do this pose now and figure out what I'm doing with it. I have the reference, or at least I thought I did. I had a reference up here. I don't know where I put it. I need to find it because I actually really liked that one. It was like, let me grab that one too. It was like rendered. Let me go back. No. Oh no, I lost it. That's the one thing with Pinterest is like, even if you find a good reference, you gotta like really save it, because I feel like if you lose it, you're never gonna find it again. Maybe I saved it. Maybe I saved it. Maybe I saved it in my thing here. Let me see. No, I didn't, but I might have it somewhere. Oh, here. Nope, that's not it. Oh, good. Here it is. Okay, I found it. Whew. Okay, I saved it. Heyo, and yes, want to see more Valko fan art. This is gonna be great. Okay, yeah. Yeah, let's get into it a little bit. Alright, I'm gonna put my music back on my ear. I'm not playing music right now because I don't want to get demonetized on YouTube. And I'm double streaming right now, TikTok and YouTube. So it'll be silent for you guys, but I'll still talk and things. But let me try to get this pose down first. Let me try to like get in here. Get that one too. Okay, so let me see. So I was thinking of doing kind of like a I've been doing this pose a lot lately. Like it's like one arm up, but we're gonna just do it again. Because why not? I really like drawing the muscles in this pose because it's like so defined, but I'm still trying to learn like all of the muscles because it's kind of like a hard pose to do, honestly, with the muscles because the pecs are elongated and take a way different shape than kind of like used to. Oh, I totally didn't realize I was off TikTok. Oops. Okay, sorry. I like totally didn't even realize I had the thing up on TikTok I had to do. Can you give him blonde hair with brown highlights? Love seeing how it comes to be, which fascinates me and help me be more motivated to draw. Yeah, definitely. I need to charge my phone over here too. Well, if you guys are still listening and on right now, we are gonna be launching a new episode on the 7th, so in about a week. So definitely if you haven't read the story yet, definitely check it out on the moon and catch up on the episodes before we launch the next one. This next part I'm like really excited about because we're really gonna start to get into more of kind of like the situation with San and Gia, where this whole time it's kind of been here and there. Just the way that I wrote it, it's kind of been like here and there with them together, but this whole episode is a lot to do with them together. Like they're finally together. But this next episode is really gonna start to build a little bit more into what the situation is. between them. Okay, this is like really, hold on. This is like way too much. Tone it down a little bit. I think I need to put his arm more like this. And then like that. Okay, so this is like the rough first sketch, I guess we could say. I don't usually draw like the head first like this, so that could be what's like messing me up right now. I'm like trying to figure out how to do this. And it's like not. So, this is like Love knowing how you do your process of drawing. Definitely. Pretty much just keep sketching over and over again until it looks like a human. That's my process, at least. Let me do more of his face, because I think it's like really throwing me off right now. It's the same thing that happens when I use like the 3D, like the whole body 3D model. Like sometimes if I use that, it really just throws off my whole process. Which is weird, because you think like, oh, it's like it would help you, like it would help you draw, but I think because I still don't know what I'm doing when I draw. And I still don't really know how to yeah, like I just really don't know how to draw in general. Like it kind of throws me off. But like I've seen a lot of people that do know how to draw, and they just use the 3D model as like a guide. And because they already know how to draw, it doesn't really do a whole lot for them. Like it just kind of like guides them. And they pretty much do the rest themselves at that point. But for me, because I don't really know what I'm doing either way, it just kind of feels weird. So I kind of have to just draw it wrong the way I do it. That's good to know. Gotta try that, because I'm too much of a perfectionist. Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna just kind of like see what comes out of this. See what happens. Like I usually start with like a super modified like Loomis head. I kind of like do something like that, and then I do like the neck and things like that. But let's see what happens here. Okay, so the side is like more. Hello, what's up? So like indents right here, but then it comes down like this. Just add a little bit more thickness to his torso. What am I trying to do here? What am I trying to do here? Comes up like that, but then it's like, boom. It's like that. I'm using Procreate. Hi, do you remember me? For TikTok, I went the one who stayed from morning. I don't remember specifically, but welcome. Welcome back. So this one has like a, like you have the tricep, but then you have like the muscle here that kind of comes out, and then the lat. It's like right here, it kind of like rolls down like this. It's like bam, and then this is kind of like long. And then that. Something like that. Is Procreate the easiest art app to use? I would say so, because I definitely have tried Clip Studio Paint for all of like 5 seconds and I like couldn't do it. So I'm not an artist. I have no idea any of the icons that they use on those apps and things. Like I just learned from one of my artists, like I don't know, last week, how to save something using Clip Studio Paint. And it's so funny because I felt like such an idiot. Like, I'm sure she was laughing her ass off. Um, because when I went to go try to save, she showed me and I still couldn't figure it out. And then I figured out that at the top of the screen, there's like file and things like that for Clip Studio Paint. And I never even realized that that was for Clip Studio Paint. Like, I just never looked at the black bar. I was only worried about like the actual like Clip Studio Paint menu. Yeah, so I found out that day that that's how you're supposed to save, is by using the top part of the thing. And I was like, wow, I like literally didn't even see that there. So I would definitely say that Procreate is much easier to use than Clip Studio Paint. But I think when I went on it, I was like, wow, this is really overwhelming. So I didn't even bother to look, you know, up to find the menu. Can't even. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry. Um, so we're gonna be doing a 20K draw this in your style. Um, so if you are an artist and you might be interested in doing that or participating, definitely let me know. And I'll probably do a poll tomorrow to kind of see like what kind of vibe we're gonna do for it. To see like what I should do the picture, like the reference picture as. Um But like if you have any ideas tonight, like definitely let me know. Because I'll definitely be getting that going here. I was just messaging my artist trying to see like what we might be doing for that. The last 20K we did, I mean the last draw this in your style we did was a beach theme because it was like Gia's birthday also. So it's the summer though again, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to do beach theme, but it does kind of seem like the most fitting thing since it's summertime. But if you guys have like some other ideas, let me know. I guess it doesn't have to be beach theme. Like it could be like cafe or like I don't know, whatever. I don't really know how to do these like 20. I mean these draw this into styles, like what kind of drawing it's supposed to be. But let me know if you have any ideas for this one. And I was thinking about doing like maybe a like 2-month time frame for it. I think that'll also give me some time to kind of get like the prizes and things together too. I did a poll the other day to see how long people wanted, and I think most people said like 2 months basically. So it would go from like July, sometime in July, like maybe July 15th to maybe like September. I mean, yeah, September 15th. Do you also post a story on Webtoon or is it regular on Web? So we did post it on. That's so funny. Everybody says that they like my voice, but like, I feel like my voice is so weird sometimes because like sometimes if I get tired, it sounds really funny, and I don't know. But thank you. um, but so we were on Webtoon. I was in the Webtoon contest last year with this comic, actually, and that's how we started. But they took down one of my episodes last year, and then I realized, well, that's not gonna work. So, as much as I had initially wanted to be on Webtoon, for this particular story, it's not gonna work out, and I'm totally okay with that because Lamoon has been really great from a creator perspective, but then also just like in general. Lamoon has allowed us to have our episodes be uncensored and censored, so I can kind of cater a little bit to, you know, if there's any cultural differences. You know, some people don't necessarily want all the spice, but they might want like a little bit of spice, so I'm able to kind of control that a little bit more over here. And oh, I totally lost my train of thought. I don't remember what I was saying. You can tell that it's like almost 4 in the morning. But yeah, so we're over here on the moon now. And like I said, it's just a lot better. And actually the nice part about this too, just in general, is that we are actually being financially supported over here thanks to you guys, which has been so incredible, and thank you so much for your support. Which is just really just reading the story and through purchasing the coins and reading the episodes that have the coins, it does actually give us a kickback, and that is going to be really helpful for me to be able to continue telling the story, so I can pay my artists and really give you guys the best version of the story possible, which is my goal with everything. And actually be able to finish the story, which, to be honest, I was kind of worried about that last year and earlier this year. We actually had gotten a contract offer from Manta, and I was really excited about that, but it wasn't going to work out, so I had to kind of just stay independent. And when Lamoon kind of did their relaunch earlier this year, it was like the perfect timing, so kind of put Manta to the side and went full steam ahead with this platform, which has allowed us, like I said, to have a lot more creative freedom and a lot more freedom in general in our production, versus being like under a contract through like Webtoon or Manta, which I really like right now. It's like more flexible that way for me right now. Being on a contract would have been really stressful for me, honestly. Which I know this now, like a year and a half after having gone for the Webtoon contest. But with the strict deadlines and like the episode production and everything, and without being financially supported, it would have been very stressful. So this is a lot better. And because, like I said, because of you guys' support, not just on the comic, but like just on all the platforms and just in general, it's getting us to the point where I don't want to speak too soon, but like I can see this actually, I can see us actually getting a lot more episodes done this year than I initially anticipated, which we're on episode 6, and I anticipated we might only get to like episode maybe 12 or 14 by the end of the year. But if we can continue at the rate that we're going with the support that we have, we could possibly get to like episode 20 or something by the end of the year, which is really exciting. As far as like the production goes, I have, let's see, episode 7's already storyboarded. 8 and 9 are pretty much done. I just have to finish doing the final edits of the writing, and after that I pretty much have a very clear idea of like the rest of the episodes up until like episode 15, for sure. So yeah, and we have a pretty good buffer going on right now, so I still have a lot of time to be able to finish writing. But yeah, I'm really excited about that, because I was like, oh my god, like last year we only got through like 4 episodes. I was like, oh my god, people are gonna hate me because I can't get this story out fast enough. So if we can get up to episode 20 this year, I would be so ecstatic. I'd be so ecstatic, because it's like, oh my god, this story gets crazy, guys. Like, this story gets really intense. Like right now it's chill. Like I'll give you that much. Like right now it's very chill. Like just wait. Just wait. So I'm excited. Like once we get to episode 20, like, oh shit. Stuff is really gonna start popping off. It's gonna pop off like way sooner than that, but like by then you're like really gonna be in it. There's no turning back at that point. And this season has about 30 episodes, so that would be just about like a little past halfway. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. I really hope that we can get to that point. That'd be great. Oh, that'd be awesome. We'll finally be able to see Young Ho. Oh my god, please God, just get me to Young Ho. I'm literally dying. Like, I'm dying as the creator. So like, I know what's gonna happen. I'm dying as the creator. I need to see her husband so bad. Like, you guys don't understand. Oh my god. I fiend for Young Ho, like, so bad. Let's take a look at Young Ho. Let me see if, let me show you my, hold on. Let's go there. We're gonna go there tonight, because I was just writing him earlier, and I love his character so much. Like, I'm so in love with his character. I love San. Like, of course I love San. He is number one. But if we're being honest, like, yeah. It's kind of like, I don't know how old you guys are. Hopefully you're all over 18, but it's kind of like that vibe of like Twilight, like Jacob and Edward. Like, you kind of like both of them, but you just kind of like, I don't know. It's a hard pick. It's a hard pick sometimes. That is how this feels. Where are all my pictures of him? Hold on. Okay. Oh yeah. Let's show you guys this one, because this is the new summer picture. Okay, you're 27. Thank God. Let's talk about it then, because the way that this man gets me so excited to write is like, it should be studied. Like, I fiend over Young Ho. Like, it's bad. It's bad. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so glad that you guys like it. He is, oh my god, he's so fine. Like, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, first you got the face card, like, just in general. Just in general, he looks so good. Classic CEO type, like, you know the type, the manhwa type, okay? But then it's like, okay, he's wearing the glasses. It's like, what are you talking about? You smart? What? Okay. And then you get over here and you have this big ass tattoo, and it's like, what? You're smart and you have tattoos? Like, and you're a CEO? And you're 6'4"? And you're, you know, hung and stuff? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, let me stop. He gets me so excited. His character, like I said, his character is just really great. And God, I don't know how much I want to spoil about his character, but he's Gia's husband, and I don't know how much to say about his character. Let's see. Let's see if you can like pick up what I'm putting down. So for San's character, he's like got the white hair. He's kind of like, you know, he's the main character. He's the male lead. And then you have Young Ho. He's the second male lead. And their aesthetics are very different. I don't know how much to say. See if you guys can figure out what I'm trying to say. Let's go to here. This is probably gonna get me restricted, because every single time I post, I show you guys this picture, I get restricted. But if you can see kind of like the vibe of like what I'm doing here, like they're a little bit almost, it's like yin and yang a little bit. It's almost like it's giving like opposites. It's giving like duality. It's giving like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's giving like he's clean cut. It's giving like he's safe. He's got a watch. He's kind of like puppy dog. It's giving like he looks like how he looks. But then you see him and he has this tattoo, and you wouldn't even know he had a tattoo, but I'm showing you that he has a tattoo, and I'm showing you that he has a watch. Like, do you kind of feel what I'm saying to you right now? Like, let me see if you figure it out first before I say anything else. I'm trying to like not give it away, but if you can see the way that they're holding her, like, who might be more of a bad boy, if you will, compared to the other? Do you feel what I'm trying to say? Somebody get it? Is it too vague? I don't know. I love this dynamic, yeah. It's not a game, it's actually my comic. So this is, these are characters from my comic. The other illustration was done for the summer illustration that'll come out in August. Actually, just give it away, but it's also going to be available on NSFW on my Patreon. And that one, if you pick up what I'm putting down for this one, NSFW, then you know kind of like what you can expect with this one. Super hot. But you'll get that in August. This month actually is July now, so we just had, who just came out? I think Son was the one that we just did for June. This month is Taeyong. I can show you Taeyong's. Taeyong is Gia's brother. Let me see. Is this the right one? Yeah. So this is the reward that you guys will get for July. This is Gia's brother. But yeah. So Youngho is actually the bad boy of the comic, if you can believe that. Is it obvious? Is it not obvious? I don't know. But what I tried to do here was like obviously the opposites and things in their character design, and this is actually a really special illustration. I wish I could like show it all the way, but I don't want to get restricted. Let's go back up. Okay. It's actually a really special illustration. This is the first illustration that we did for this comic, and for the cover, and this was one of the very first times that I was actually seeing all of my characters together, which was super exciting. Because like I said, I'm the creator and the writer. I don't draw anything, and I worked at this point when we drew this one, I worked with my main artist, so she did all the coloring and everything. But this was so exciting. This was so cool to see them all together and really to get their dynamic. There was a lot of like really tiny details in this that I made sure that we added. Like from start to finish with this one, I decided everything. So for this one, I was like, yes, of course, we have the pose. The pose is very suggestive, but I made it that way. Like Son is holding her leg up here. I wanted it to be suggestive that you would know that she's obviously opening herself up to him, if you know what I mean, versus her back being to Youngho. So that was like kind of like a first little Easter egg with this one. Like, this is her husband, but she's opening herself up to Son, if you know what I'm saying. So you kind of understand where this was gonna go. There was no question about what kind of story this was gonna be. Also, I told her that with the necklace and everything, the way that Youngho is with her, I want him to be shown very like possessive, and this necklace is really important in the story. So I wanted to make sure I had it showing in the middle here. Of course, you have Youngho's ring, you can see Gia's ring, you can see. I also want to make sure that was really important, that you could see that she's married to him and not Son. What else was it? Their arms too, like Youngho has his tattoo showing, Son doesn't have anything, he has a watch. So you could just see kind of like the difference, like the different kind of men that they are. But also, like, I could have just made it that he had his sleeve down, but I did really want to show that he's hiding something, which is his tattoo. You don't see it, obviously, you see it because his sleeve is rolled up, but he's hiding something, so I was kind of like trying to hint at that. The way that she's holding his hair is also really important because that's something that she does a lot. So I wanted to make sure that she was doing it that way. And then the tie thing was also another thing I told her I wanted, because for me, with this story, she's really gonna be like undressing him a lot, and I kind of wanted to hint at that a little bit. But yeah, I just love this illustration. There's like so much in it, and they're also just really hot, so this is Son, this is Youngho, and this is Gia, the female lead. So that is that illustration. But our new illustration, this one right here, I absolutely adore this picture. This was done by everybody in my team, actually. I had a hand in this one. My main artist, I have a colorist friend who helped me. My line artist, everybody kind of like worked on this one. This one I definitely can't show because she's like literally got her like tits out. So, but this one really encapsulates what this story is, like, for sure. I wanted her to be wearing like her lab coat. She's a doctor, so got that going. She's wearing like her scrub uniform. I was debating on for a while on whether or not to have Son also kind of look a little slutty in this picture, because he's got like his, you know, his shoulder out and things like that. But I was like, fuck it, let's go with it. Let's just do it. No, it's actually on Lemoon. So this is called Lemoon. It's Lemoon. And it's kind of like a newer comic platform. They just relaunched earlier this year. So you can find it on the App Store or I think on Google Play too. It's like got this little like lemon thing and it's like yellow. So if you download it, you can make an account and then find our series and subscribe, and you can read the first 5 episodes for free. Except for these ones here, there's like censored and uncensored, so you know, have to figure out which one that you would rather read. And then after that, everything's gonna be with coins. So it doesn't show on my screen because obviously this is my account, so it's not gonna, like, I don't have to like pay for my own comic. So you're not gonna see the coins, but if you log in, you'll see the coins and you'll know which ones are with the coins. And for the coins, I like to just explain it, just so it's like easier to understand. But you go into your account here, you go to shop or you go to coins, like either way it's gonna bring you here. And I literally I just focus on these first tiers right here. That's really all you need because a lot of the series on here are free. There's actually very few series that have paid episodes. It's all up to the creator's discretion whether or not they even want to have their series monetized, and just a lot of them just don't. And typically the ones that do have it monetized are like NSFW comics, or they just like monetize those episodes specifically, so you can still at least like get an idea. And another thing to keep in mind is that on Lemoon, it's kind of like Lezen. If you guys go on Lezen, or I think Tapas just does this too, where it's like on Lemoon, the first 4 episodes, whoops, I'm like buying coins over here. The first 4 episodes on Lemoon are free. Either way, even if the whole series was monetized and they got, you know, coins and things on their episodes, the first 4 are gonna be free. So that is a lot of content, so that can really like help you to kind of like get your feet wet with the series and see if it's something that you actually would want to read and continue reading things and commit to getting coins. So I like that they do that because, like I said, I'm like a pretty avid Lezen reader, so like Lezen does the same kind of thing, and it is really helpful, especially for like the NSFW comics and things. Just to kind of get a vibe of like, okay, like how much NSFW am I getting into? Like, is there an actual story or is it just smut? Like, what are we talking about? And like I said, it just kind of gives you a preview. So I say focus on these first 3 tiers just because, like I said, there's not really a lot of series that have coins even on them. And for this highest tier, this $9.99, you get like 600 coins, which is a lot of episodes. So you can consider that every episode that will have a coin on it is 30 coins. That's how Lemoon works. It's 30 coins. So like for the $1.99 tier, you get like 3 episodes. For the $4.99, you get 9 episodes. If my math is right. And then for $9.99, you'd get 18 episodes, which is a lot, like I said, because a lot of these series don't even have the monetization. So About 18 episodes for the $9.99. So either way, you can kind of like play around with that and see what works for you and things like that. Um, and yeah, I can like show you kind of like what it would look like. So like this comic here has a lot of free episodes. Like I don't even think any of these are paid. So you can see like this is a whole entire series that you can kind of like get into for free. This is my friend series. If you're into BL, and you can see the difference, like she has the coins on hers because she has some NSFW content. So pretty much just the ones that are NSFW she'll have behind the paywall. But some of them, like she has a couple special episodes, they're free. So that's like the difference. That's like what you'll see if you come on here. And yeah, like I said, this is a newer comic platform, so like we are still in the process of getting more comics for you guys and everything. But the more that you're able to share the platform and really get the name out there and get some more readers on here, the better that it'll be for everybody. The more that we can try to encourage more creators to come on with their stories and everything. But as far as my story goes, my story is on here mostly because I've explained this before. So if I'm repeating myself for you guys, if you have been here before, I'm sorry. But for the new people, like I said, I was on Webtoon, and they took down my episodes, and it just is easier for me to share on Lamoon now because I can actually get the story to you guys in the way that I wrote it and the way that I meant it to be written. To be read, which is with the, spicy episodes and everything. Which, by the way, this is like a little kind of like hint, sneak peek thing. Episode 7 does have some NSFW, and it's a lot different than the NSFW that we've already seen so far. We've had like 2 times NSFW so far in the 6 episodes that we have. This one is actually like, we're getting into it. So I'm excited for that. And that's episode 7. Episode 7, I am like so in love with episode 7. I hope you guys really like it. It's, I think, a really beautifully written episode and beautifully created, like art wise. Like the visuals for it are very I don't know, it's just very like an emotional episode. But it does, like I said, have that NSFW that is 100% 18 plus. So don't read it. Don't even like be on my live right now if you're not even 18. But on Webtoon we have only the preview showing right now. So that's all you're gonna get on Webtoon, and then you get to see Young Ho and San. And this amazing picture of Young Ho doing his due. But yeah, that's all you're gonna get on Webtoon for now. And I kind of like say that, yeah, here I tell you guys that we're on the moon. Oh, there's this illustration. I can't show it, but there's that illustration that I was talking about. So yeah, we're over here. Where else is it published? Just on Lamoon. Well, I mean, we're on Global Comics, Tapas, Lamoon, and Webtoon, but like I said, only up until episode 5 for free. And then this new episode that we're releasing, episode 6, is where am I? Where's my series at? Okay. Episode 6, you're just gonna get the preview for free. Like you'll just get like that one panel and that's it. And well, I mean, you get this too, so you can kind of like have fun with that. But but other than that, we're on Lamoon now. And like I said, it's on Lamoon because my series is spicy. And especially these first several episodes, like between like 5 and 10 were like spicy. So yeah, Webtoon doesn't like that, at least from the Canvas side. So I'm just not even dealing with them. I'm not even doing it, because I spent like a month, almost like a month and a half, going back and forth emailing with them over my one episode I had, and I was like, this isn't even worth it. And to not even know, like, for you guys, I felt really bad because I was like, I could literally upload an episode and it could get taken down again. And that's a shitty situation for you guys. Like, you're not even going to be able to read the episode. So that's why I said I'm like so glad that we're able to work with Lamoon and they allow full sense uncensored. And that's what we have on Webtoon right now. I mean on Lamoon. So you can choose if you want censored or you got uncensored, and you can have fun with that. Do with that as you will. But that's kind of the situation right now. And as you can see from my illustration here, we are going to be very spicy and 18 plus. So that's a situation for that. What was I talking? Whoa, what happened? Okay, yeah. So this is the illustration. If I can show it, I don't know if I can do it on TikTok, but this is the illustration that we had for the 10K DTIYS last year, and also for Gia's birthday. So I have to figure out what kind of illustration we'll do for this one, because it's like 20K now, which is super exciting. We're actually way past that on like all the platforms except for Facebook, but I just figured like since it is on all the different platforms, I'll just do 20K and just kind of like make it 20K. But yeah, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do for the DTIYS for the illustration. This was like beach themed because it was, like I said, it's Gia's birthday, and then it was in the summertime. Her birthday is August 15th. Yeah. And then I had these like cute little chibis made to kind of give you guys some more little information about them. And oh, I totally didn't even talk about the prizes and things like that. So I mean, I can literally do any kind of prize. I just don't really know. Like I said, I'm gonna have to do like a poll tomorrow and see. But these are some of the things I had for last year. These are the, what is this? These are the rules. So like for the rules, I'll just do the same thing this time. Like you have to draw them in the theme, and you know, whatever whatever the theme is that I have, you can draw it however you want. You gotta put the picture, you gotta tag us, use the hashtag, typical stuff. No AI, no tracing. Okay, it's been a while since I looked at this, so I'm trying to remember how I did this. So we did, what was this for? Join our Patreon to be in the raffle for a giveaway prize. Oh, okay, I remember. So because I realized like there might be people that aren't artists, I had two different things going, which probably was like a little confusing, but I might do the same thing this time just because I think what I was trying to do was just help people, or like help to get people on the Patreon at this point, because we had like just started our Patreon like literally like a month before this or something. But let me see how I did this. So you gotta like follow the Instagram. Okay. Yeah, so I think I just had like two different things going. So like the DTIYS was like you'd have to do it on Instagram. At this point maybe it could be like the different platforms. Like I don't know how I would do that on YouTube. So I might just do like Instagram and TikTok. Or no, I probably will have it just be on Instagram. You guys on TikTok and YouTube would have to go to my Instagram and be following me on Instagram. And do and like submit your picture that way. I think that would be like I think that would make the most sense. And then the Patreon thing was like if you joined on Patreon, you like joined it as a free member or you joined on a paid tier, you'd get some entries for the giveaway prize. And there were two different things. So I said that here, like the DTIYS had specific prizes, and then the just like in general, like any of the community members that actually do it got a different prize. So I actually have them up here. I still have these. I have a couple different puzzles and things, but yeah, this is the prize from last year. It was like a cute little notebook, and it's really good quality. Like I was testing some things out for the merch shop and just trying to see like what to do, like what people might like, what products are really nice and work really well. And this is really nice. It has like perforated pages here. You can like rip them out cleanly. This is so thick. Like this cover is never gonna break. It's never gonna bend. It is legit. It's a little small. Like this is my hand, and that is the notebook. So it's like the size of my hand. But this is just really cute. It's just really nice. So it was like you get a notebook and you get a print if you had joined the Patreon as a member, like what am I trying to say? If you joined the Patreon as like a community member. So that was open for everybody, even if you weren't an artist. I would just do like a random poll. You had to send me your like Patreon card thing that like shows me that you're like a member, and I think it showed like what level you're on or something. But that was that. So you get like a print, you get the notebook. So I'll probably do the same thing. Like I'll probably just do like a notebook and a print. But then for the art part, oh my god, I had like so many different prizes because I was like, oh, this is the first, draw this in your style, and I just had a bunch of stuff because I was testing a bunch of stuff. So I was like, we're gonna do like puzzles, we're gonna do notebooks and stickers and like everything. Like I was so excited. This is a new puzzle I just got actually. I haven't done like an unboxing or anything for it yet, but this is how it comes. It's really nice quality. It's like, got this bag that it comes in and everything. And it's super cute. These ones are 30 pieces, I think. They're like 30, 32 or something. Yeah, they're like 30 pieces. So, not a lot of pieces. But if you're like me and you're super overwhelmed by like a lot of stuff, like doing a puzzle, these are gonna be really good. It's almost like, I consider it like almost like a fidget toy. Because I like sitting at my desk sometimes, like it's so like I'm here all day and it's a lot, and sometimes I just need to like have a brain break, and I have all these different puzzles, so I just like pull them out sometimes and I just do the puzzle, and it takes me like maybe, I don't know, 15 minutes or so, like depending on how fast I'm trying to do it. But it's just such a nice little like brain break. So that's what we have here. I got this one for the Draw This in Your Style. So it was actually this illustration, and the quality of these pieces are so good. The picture came out so beautifully. Like you can actually see sawn on here. But yeah, like this is how many pieces there are, and this is how big they are. And like I said, I would just like break this out, and I would just do it as like a little brain break. And I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna actually take a break from working and not be sitting here working all day. So that's how I use this. And like I said, if I was doing like a 150 piece puzzle or something, girl, I don't have time for that. Like I'm too busy to do 150 pieces. So doing this nice like 30 piece puzzle, it's like just the right amount, and these pieces are actually huge, so it turns out to be this really beautiful picture. And like I said, the quality is immaculate. Like, comes out so well. Sorry, on YouTube, it comes out so well. So this is gonna be on my merch store. Ooh, I love this. I'm very intrigued to join it. Definitely, like I said, I'll do like the artist side, and then I'll also do just like the random like in the community side. Just as long as you're following on Instagram, because that's where I think I'm pretty much gonna do it, on Instagram. And then that way, like, you're already pretty much good to go and can catch up on all the updates and everything. So, but yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna do it. It'll be like you have to join the Patreon, like whether free or paid or whatever, and then you can get something, notebook or the prints. And then, like I said, if you're an artist, I was like really like gonna go all out. Like, you guys are gonna get Amazon gift cards. Like, I was really gonna go all out. Amazon gift card, illustration, notebook, puzzle, stickers, magnets, keychain, and the keychains we're gonna have like little chibi heads, and their little plushie, they're like coordinating plushie. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna have to like poll and just see, because I also realize that I have a lot of international people, so shipping a lot of products and things might be next to impossible for some places depending on where they live and things. So I might have to like figure something else out for that, but I'll probably do the same thing. Like, I think I'll probably do the same kind of thing here, like a gift card, the notebook, the puzzle, maybe the puzzle, and then stickers, magnets, keychain, things like that. For this tier, the second place, I was giving out like a free month of the Big Daddy Patreon tier, which is our mini comic tier, and we have all of our spicy mini comics on there, which, by the way, we just launched and finished the most recent one, which has taken us like 6 months to do. Not intentionally, it just took that long for a lot of different reasons, but it's probably no, I can't say it's my favorite, actually, because I think Gia's birthday is my favorite. Like, this one's Son's birthday, but I will say that Gia's birthday is my favorite because Son is like feral in that one. So this one is a little bit more low-key. It's more like sensual, like she's pregnant and he's just kind of like pleasing her and things like that. But it is really cute, and we get to see Gia pregnant, which is like so adorable. She looks so cute with a pregnant belly, and yeah, we get to see Son just be like very like fatherly and like daddy, and we love that. So that's the new one we just posted. It's like 7 pages too. But Gia's birthday is like 10 pages. Like, that one's like insane. But I try to do too for like the Patreon, like for our Big Daddy tier. Oh, maybe I shouldn't talk too much because I know TikTok's like annoying about it. If I like say like, oh yeah, go to like other sites and things, but for let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Let's see. For the Patreon, okay, so I guess this is what it would look like for you guys if you were to come on here. I'm an artist that hates their art. Oh no! Why do you say that? Hi, thank you. I'm glad you guys like the videos. Yeah, so I guess this is what it would look like for you guys. So this is the Patreon, and we have 4 tiers, so it's like Little Mama, Big Daddy here, Extra Spice, and then the VIB. So Little Mama is like any kind of like NSFW illustrations, kind of like what I showed you guys earlier with the Young Ho illustration. You would get stuff like that, and then you get like an NSFW version of it. So that's more like a support tier. I can show you the rates actually. Let me see. That's more of like a support tier, because that's pretty much the main perk that you're getting on this tier. The other tiers are more popular. These are the two like most subscribed to tiers. Big Daddy is the NSFW comics. That's what I was just talking about. That you get all these like different storylines and things that I do, and I really try to make these really really good for you guys. So even if you see these prices right here, just know that I am like going all out with the writing, and I have amazing artists that work with me, so we have really high quality art and everything. um but yeah, so the Big Daddy tier, I think we have like a Nightwing Catwoman comic on there right now. We have Son's birthday, we have Gia's birthday, and we have, actually that's it, I think. I might be missing one. I don't know. I have to think about it. I might be missing one. Extra Spice is my personal favorite tier, because it's NSFW animations, and I work with a really amazing artist for that. The the most recent one that we did is Young Ho and Gia. Um, like I said, I'm a little too obsessed with Young Ho, so like you might see a lot of Young Ho content on my Patreon, and that's mostly just for me. That's just because of me. But the last two the last two animations actually have been Young Ho. So this next one that we're gonna do in July, I feel kind of bad. I have to switch it back to San just to kind of like keep it balanced. But these last two animations with Young Ho are so good. The most recent one that we did is Gia like doing her do on Young Ho, and then the other one is, if you guys saw the one with Young Ho kind of like behind Gia, um, that is actually the animation for the other month that we had. So it's this one right here. This is actually part of the animation, so you can use your imagination for that one. And the great thing about the Extra Spice tier is that we actually started to have voice actors on the animations. So you can actually hear Young Ho's voice, and you can hear San's voice, and then in some of them you can also hear Gia going at the same time. So very immersive experience the Extra Spice tier is. But every tier that we have, it's like you get all the perks from the other tier. So if you go on Extra Spice, you also will get the Big Daddy comics and the illustrations. So you get all of that for the 18 a month. And then the VIB is our highest tier. Our very important Birdie supporters. They are amazing. They have access to the whole catalog, so they get all of the stuff that I've talked about, all these other things too that are in here. But the special thing about the VIB tier is that we also have a mini comic on there that's not available on the other Big Daddy tier. It's specifically for VIB. And as we continue with our comic making journey here, more of those comics are going to end up in the VIB. So it's kind of like you want to get on here to read them before they end up on the VIB tier. Do I do commissions? Technically, no, but I do I do like $5 commissions. And they're in my art style. Um, you know, so it just kind of depends on if you like my art style and you want to give it a try. And it takes me a while. Like, this is one that I'm working on right now. But I think I'm gonna redo her eyes and her face a little bit. But yeah, I did this on live, like, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago. And then this was her OC. So this is like the girl that she gave me, and this is kind of like what I was doing with it. So this is a $5 commission, and like I said, I might redo her face and things, but otherwise this is kind of like my art style, and I'm not done yet. Like, I still have to render it, color it, and everything. It's more of like a semi-realism kind of style, a little bit. Yeah. But I can do like a background and things, like I'll find like a background depending on the situation and whatever it is that the situation is for the commission and things like that. So that's what you'd get. Or if you want to, you can do the $5, or you can, I've been allowing people to join the VIB tier here, the $25 tier, and I'll do your commission for free. So either way, $5, or if you want to get the VIB tier, you can do that. But then you also get like all this cool stuff that I've been talking about. So you get a free commission and you get access to all of our kind of like, you know, spicy content and things like that if you're interested. I don't know why I was talking about the Patreon. Oh, because I was saying if you do the draw this in your style thing, but you're not an artist, then I have like the Patreon you can join, and then you'll be able to enter for the other stuff. So I am really excited to be able to do more on this Patreon. I've been really slow, admittedly, getting some content out this year, because I've been kind of split a little bit between the comic and everything, but I have a ton of ideas. They're coming for the animations and for the Big Daddy comics and things. But yeah. Let's see. I talked about the draw this in your style. What was I doing though? I was on Webtoon, I think. And I was showing, just going over the, let's see, how do I do this? Okay. Oh yeah, the prizes and things. So I was talking about that. Okay, Patreon, yeah. Yeah, so that's pretty much, that's that. And then, let's see. Yeah, so that's Webtoon. Like I said, I'm not really posting there. I'm posting the updates there, but only like a panel. So it's best if you can join me on the moon here, which is this app here. But yeah. So new episodes will drop on the 7th, the 17th, and the 27th of this month, and then also in August. And moving forward, those are like the days that we launch. I was supposed to draw Velcro tonight, but I did not do too much of that. I've been talking way too long. Let me see how much I got done. Let's see. I think I only got like a sketch done. Barely. Let's see. Yeah, that's like literally all I did tonight. That's okay. Oops, hold on. I know, right? What else? Let's see if there's anything else. Let me know if there's anything you guys are like curious about or have questions about. Basilica sketch though. Thank you. Yeah. I just got restricted probably because I was showing it. We've answered a lot of my questions by just talking about it all. Okay, good. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, we haven't really posted too many videos lately. But we're gonna be getting back to it hopefully by next week. And I still have a ton of ideas for content videos and things on my TikTok and on my YouTube. So stand by while we work on that. Oh my god, it's July 1st. Okay, so we also just started memberships. So on TikTok it's like $14.99. But I think it does, like, I checked it on my other account to see what it would look like. And on TikTok specifically, it gives you a discount, like automatically. So it might be different depending on, I don't know, depending on your account or something. But the base price is $14.99, but it might be discounted to like $10.99 or like $11 or $12.99 or something, depending. And on YouTube, it is also $14.99. Yeah, $14.99 on YouTube. It's all kind of like the same perks and things. Like, you guys will get, obviously the shorts we're gonna make exclusive to the community, and I think there's like polls and live streams, and you get like badges and things like that. So like stuff like that are in there, but the whole purpose of it is really just the shorts that we're going to be doing, or shorts on YouTube, and then like just the videos on TikTok. So the idea behind it is that depending on how many people join will depend on how many videos we make. So if there's like one person that joins, we're just gonna make like whatever that one person decides they want to see. But if there's like a lot of people, if there's like 20 people or something, then I might have a little bit more ability to do more content. But essentially it's just gonna be me allowing you guys to choose like what kind of videos you want to do. I've always kind of gotten like a lot of suggestions and things, or like trend kind of sounds and things like that from different people in the community. So basically I'm just allowing you guys to send like whatever ideas you might have, original ideas, or any kind of like trends and things you want to see, and you get to basically pick like what characters you want to have doing these trends or that you want to see. And I'm also not completely opposed to like doing different ships and things with other characters from other things. Like if you wanted to see like Gojo with like San or something like that, like I don't know, something random like that, like we can do that, whatever. Just really like whatever you guys kind of like want to see, basically. and that's what the membership is. Otherwise, I'm gonna continue making content on my main pages that I want to post. So it just kind of like gives you guys an opportunity to, if you want to have more say in the content that you might see with my characters. But yeah, so that's what it is. So it's on YouTube and Instagram here. But yeah. I think they're already on TikTok and on YouTube. So if you clicked on like join on YouTube, it should show up, and then I think on YouTube it's already on there. Or what did I just say? On TikTok. Wait, what did I just say? On YouTube, it's on there for sure. You just hit join. On TikTok, it's I think on there, but I have to double check. Because I don't know if there's like something I have to approve. Let me actually just check right now if I can. Let me see what it would look like if I was looking at it. Okay, yeah, so on TikTok it would look like this. You would hit like subscription, and yeah, so see how it's like discounted? So I guess it just really depends on the situation. Like for everybody it might look different or something like that. But yeah, it's coming out as like $12.10 for me here. But yeah, and then once my artist comes back, we're gonna have like cute little character chibis as the badges and things like that. So you'll have those too. But yeah, okay. If nobody else has anything, then I'm going to hop off because it's like 4:30 in the morning, and I have to get up in the morning for something. So let me know if you have any questions or anything before I hop off. Any last like Velcro comments, let me know. But yeah, you can read my story on the app called The Moon. It's LEMOON. It has this little lemon with the yellow background. Our series is called When the Silent Bird Sings. And my name is Jane Elise. Same, I need sleep Sally, but look forward to your next live. For sure, definitely. I'll probably come back on closer to the weekends or on the weekends. For sure. So definitely check it out for that. But yeah, okay. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and follow on the platforms that you're on so you can keep up to date with everything. And I will see you guys on the next live. Yeah, it's definitely morning for me. But yeah, have a good day, and I'll see you guys later.